A busy day in Seoul, South Korea, a visit to the Seoul Tower. Heung-min Son has confirmed that he will leave Tottenham Hotspur Football Club this summer and the Tottenham Hotspur training session.
To leave this club in this summer, so
모두를 위해서 서로를 위해서 모두 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다.
Hi everyone, hope you're well. So day 2 here in South Korea. Now today is the open training session that will take place this evening at 6 p.m. local time. It is very hot and humid here today in Seoul, 34 degrees. I've got my sun cream on, I've got the sunglasses, and I've also got this fan, so I should be okay. Now this is where the team are staying whilst in Seoul, at the Conrad, the Hilton Hotel. So here I am now at Seoul Tower. Now the only way of visiting Seoul Tower is a cable car. Can you believe it? Well, at least they haven't got a glass bottom floor this time. So got the ticket, 15,001. That is the equivalent of around £8.13. This is a 60-second Spurs news update. Tottenham Hotspur star Heung-min Son, in a press conference in Seoul, South Korea, ahead of the Newcastle game, has confirmed that he will be leaving Spurs this summer. He said, "I just want to share information that I have decided to leave the club this summer. Respectfully, the club is helping me with the decision. It was the most difficult decision I've made in my career. Such amazing memories. I need a new environment." He then went on to say, "I hope the goodbye is the right timing. I hope everyone can accept it and respect it." Spurs boss Thomas Frank on Son's decision. He said, "I would have loved to have worked with this fantastic person and player. He is a true Spurs legend in every aspect, one of the greatest players to play in the Premier League." Thomas Frank was then asked, will it be his last game against Newcastle on Sunday? He said, "Son will start tomorrow and lead the team out tomorrow. If it is to be his last game, what a beautiful ending in his home." And Thomas Frank was also asked who will be playing on the left once Son leaves. He said, "Other players have to shine now. Johnson has played on the left. Wilson and Tell can also play there." And Fabrizio Romano has stated that the most likely destination now for Heung-min Son will be Los Angeles Football Club. So there you have it. Just got to the top of Seoul Tower and got the news that Heung-min Son, in the press conference, has told the world that he is going to leave Spurs. Here is the press conference, an emotional Sonny talking about leaving Tottenham, and Thomas Frank reacting to the news as well.
before we start the press conference, I just want to share the information that I decided to leave this club in this summer. So, and yeah, respectfully, it's a club and it's helping me to my decision. So, I just want to share this information before we start the press conference. So, thank you.
네,
It was the most difficult decision I made in my football career. So I've been here 10 years in a beautiful club and beautiful fans and having such amazing memories. And after that, leaving this club, I think it was just so hard to make that decision. But as I said, I just felt like I need a new environment to push myself and to get more of me. I think I just need a little bit of change. I mean, 10 years is a lot of time when we're thinking about it. So, and I came to North London as a kid, 23 years old, very young age. Young boy came to London who even didn't speak English. So, and leaving this club as a grown man is a very, very proud moment. So I just want to say thank you all of the Spurs fans that gave me so much love and felt like it was my home. So, but yeah, it was one of the toughest decisions I ever made. It. So, yeah, I hope the goodbye is always also in a good timing, you know. So, but I think it's the right time to make this decision. So, I hope that everybody understand that my decision and hope that everybody respect that.
팬들을 보자마자 감탄을 할 수밖에 없었고요. 그리고 한국 팬들의 서울에서 생각이 많았는데 네, 질문 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
네, He's a truly Spurs legend in every aspect. I think one of the best players I actually ever played in the Premier League, in my opinion, as a winger. But I like that the club has been open to it because it's never easy to find that perfect timing. And me coming a little bit in from the side, I think it's probably the perfect timing. Going out on a high, been here 10 years, won the well-deserved trophy, be a key player for many seasons. So it's almost the perfect ending to a happy fairy tale.
Yeah, what can I say? It's very, very hard to tell the teammates that sometimes I spend more time than with my family because we're traveling together, we're spending time every single day in a training ground, maybe 5-6 hours every single day. So yeah, I think we know more than what everybody thinks. So, but everybody was a bit disappointed, but in a very happy way, you know. So. That's what was my feeling, but I don't know what the actual feeling is. But to be fair, they were very happy. But also one of the side, I think they were a little bit disappointed. But yeah, that was more my feeling.
Obviously, was the most difficult decision he's made throughout his career. Spent more than 10 years at Tottenham Hotspur.
일단은 뭐 그거에 대해서는 아직 답변해줄 부분이 없는 것 같고, 뭐 일단은 아까도 제가 말씀드렸다시피 지금 앞으로의 미래에 거치는 내일 경기 이후에 조금 더 저희가 좀 더 확실해지면 얘기를 해드릴 수 있을 것 같고요. 저의 어찌 보면은 월드컵이 가장 중요하겠죠. 저한테 있어서 월드컵이 가장 중요하고 어찌 보면 저의 마지막 월드컵이 될 수도 있기 때문에 어찌 보면 제가 모든 것을 다 쏟아부을 수 있는 그런 환경이 돼야 된다고 생각을 하기 때문에 그런 것들이 가장 컸던 것 같아요. 또 그리고 가장 중요했던 거는 제가 또 행복하게 축구할 수 있는 곳이 어떻게 보면 제가 앞으로 선택하는 데 있어서 가장 중요한 역할을 하고 있는 것 같고 그 마음을 정리하는데 지금 좀 하고 있는 것 같습니다.
네, 오른쪽부터 한번 가겠습니다. 네, 다음 가운데로 가겠습니다. 네, 가겠습니다. 네, 모두 마치도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이상으로 뉴캐슬전을 앞둔 토트넘의 사전 기자회견을 마치도록 하겠습니다. 참 깜짝 놀랄만한 손흥민 선수의 얘기가 있었는데요.
It's a funny one, this, because fully expected this to happen. But as soon as the player actually comes out and says, yes, I'm leaving, I tell you, I feel gutted, feel absolutely gutted. A true club legend, of course, will always be remembered. Not only lifting the Europa League, but all of the wonderful moments that he has had in the last 10 years, the goals that he has scored, the link-up play with Harry Kane and all of the other players at Spurs over the last 10 years. But you know, such wonderful moments. He's had a great career at Tottenham. I'm so glad that he has finished his Spurs career with a trophy, because that would have just been dreadful, him leaving without winning one. You know, that parade, that night in Bilbao, will live with all of us. You know, particularly Sonny being captain and lifting that trophy. What a wonderful, wonderful moment. But do feel gutted, do feel really, really gutted. Of course, today and tomorrow are going to be very, very interesting. Just when you think, you know, the eyes couldn't be more on Heung-min Son, well, they certainly will be now. Could be his last ever open training session in front of the fans today, and could be his very last game in a Spurs shirt tomorrow. But obviously wishing Heung-min Son all of the very best in his next step of his career, which does look likely to be America in the MLS, playing for Los Angeles. And I will certainly follow his career after he leaves Spurs. It probably is the right decision as well for the player and for the football club, but it is always gutting to lose such a legend and someone we know that can always play that killer pass and put one in the top corner, which he has done so many times over the years. Right, so let's give you a couple of facts on Seoul Tower. It is also known as Namsan Tower, a communication and observation tower located on Namsan Mountain. It was actually completed in 1971. And they opened it to the public in 1980, so 45 years ago. Of course, it is a very popular tourist destination, offering its panoramic views of the city. Amazing. Now, at the start of the video, I told you that the only way here was via cable car. I've now been told you can get here via a shuttle bus, and you could even walk here as well. Up to this point, I mean. And this tower was originally built to transmit radio and TV signals.
열차 탄 것 같은데 어디로?
Well, Spurs will have to go marching on, because the big break in football news overnight, an emotional Son Heung-min opening a press conference in Seoul by announcing his plans to leave Tottenham. The club captain says he's achieved everything he could in North London, but didn't say where he'll be going next. Chris Cowlin is a YouTube host of the Spurs Chat podcast and the Tottenham News channel and joins us now. Chris, I believe, are you actually out in Korea right now?
Yes, good afternoon from Seoul, South Korea, yes.
Oh, Chris, so were you at the press conference then, and just how emotional was that for you after a remarkable 10 years of service from Son Heung-min?
Yeah, when the news broke, I was actually going up to Seoul Tower, and it's quite emotional. It's quite an emotional day for the Spurs fans. It's a sad day for the Spurs fans, for the player, for the club, for the fans. A lot of people expected this news, but deep down, it is probably the right decision, from Heung-min Son to move on. He has, delivered that Europa League trophy for us as captain, and he will go down as a club legend. But yeah, there are a lot of emotional fans today, certainly in South Korea. And it's just wonderful that he has finished his Spurs career having lifted that trophy in Bilbao against Manchester United, winning the Europa League, because he's had a great 10 years at Tottenham. We've got some great memories of him, on and off the pitch. He's always had a smile on his face, such a humble and such a nice guy. And, I've met him many times, and he's one of the nicest people you'd ever meet.
You hear that all the time, that he's such a brilliant fella, and that's what surprises me, Chris, that he's leaving the club, because you say there that it was kind of expected, but at the same time, he is the club captain, he is the gel in the dressing room, there's a new manager coming in. You think it would have been helpful to keep him for another season, or do you genuinely believe that this is actually the right time to go?
It was definitely on the decline last season. He didn't deliver nowhere near what he's delivered in the previous 9 seasons. And, the players come out himself and said it was a tough decision. I've absolutely no doubt about that. He absolutely loves and adores the football club. But as Thomas Frank said, to have that send-off in his home country, South Korea now, it is Son mania here in South Korea. You see pictures of him everywhere, and I've been to previous tours in South Korea, and he is an absolute superstar. I'm on the way to the training session shortly, and of course seeing the game against Newcastle tomorrow. And the reaction when people see Son is unreal, and I'm just wondering how that can be topped, but I'm sure it will be today at the training session. But in answer to your question about, keeping him in the dressing room, of course, he is a very experienced player. He's been there, done it. He's got the T-shirt. And, me personally, I would love to have seen him at the football club for another season. But, like he said in the press conference, he needs a fresh challenge. And, it's a new era under Thomas Frank now. So it's what Spurs do in the transfer window now to, bring the next superstar in. But as I said, it's a sad and emotional day. He's my favourite ever all-time Spurs player. So, he's part of the furniture, and it'll be really, really weird not to see him or Harry Kane now in this team. But, 2 years ago, Postecoglou lost Harry Kane before the season started, and now Thomas Frank has got to lose, our best player before the start of the next Premier League campaign.
Chris, I don't believe for a second you'll have him more than Steve Archibald, but that's a debate for another day. I wanted to say that to you. I think most neutral fans will appreciate and respect what he's done in the Premier League in the last 10 years. There are so many memorable moments, and when he's running at full tilt with the ball at his feet, it's just so special, isn't it? But is there one moment, I'm thinking of that incredible goal when he passed about 7 players, didn't he, on the way to score, but what's the one that stands out for you?
Gordon, I can't give you one. I'm going to give you a couple if I've got time to do so.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
The solo goal, the wonderful run against Burnley, where he won the Puskas Award in 2019. The goals against Arsenal he scored, sensational. We always know that he can put one in the top corner, and he's done that against Arsenal a couple of times. The solo run against Chelsea at Wembley. The goals against Manchester City in the lead up to us getting into the Champions League final in 2019. A wonder goal against West Ham at Wembley Stadium. Of course, won the Golden Boot in the 21-22 season. I tell you, there are so many wonderful memories. And like you said there about fellow, Premier League fans, doesn't matter what team you support, I feel like Heung-min Son will be really missed in the Premier League, because he has been one of the greatest players in the last 10 years to grace the Premier League. And, all of the opposition fans love to see a quality player playing in a side like Tottenham as well.
Such a likeable man. Now, I've got to ask you about replacements. Spurs have actually been pretty busy in the transfer market, which must be driving Ange Postecoglou daft. But a few quid has been spent, but who would be a suitable replacement for Sonny?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know whether they will actually go out and spend money on a replacement. Even in the press conference today, Thomas Frank said we've got a number of players that can play there, Tell Johnson and Odebear. So one of those may have to, fit in. But Spurs do need to show real intent in this transfer window, because Daniel Levy and Thomas Frank, they've been very aligned in what they've said, that they want to go all out and win the Premier League and the Champions League at some point. And, we've got Champions League football this coming season. So we do need a very, very decent and strong squad going into that Champions League campaign. So Spurs need to do a lot in the next 30 odd days in this transfer window. I'd love to see players like Eze from Crystal Palace come in. I've got a whole list of players, but is it realistic? I just hope that the Spurs hierarchy, do the right thing and really back Thomas Frank, and so we can have a really good season.
Chris, I had a little moment this week where I predicted that Spurs would finish 5th, purely based on Thomas Frank and just how wonderful I think he is as a manager. But give me a number. Where do you think you'll finish in the league this season?
I think, and I'm sorry to sit on the fence here, I think it's quite impossible to say that until the transfer window is closed, because I'm personally hoping that Spurs do get a number of really good Premier League experience additions in this window. It looks like João Palhinha is going to sign on a loan deal as well from Bayern Munich. I feel like that is the number 6 that we have been crying out for. But, 17th last season in the Premier League, it wasn't good enough. I do expect a much better finish. And also, if we've got time, let's talk a little bit about the win against Arsenal in Hong Kong that I was at a couple of days ago, because every Arsenal fan expected, them to absolutely batter Spurs, given that they've had a really good window. And Spurs were excellent under, Thomas Frank, got the team playing extremely well defensively and attacking, very threatening. So it was a really good performance the other night, beating North London rivals in Hong Kong.
Good man, Chris. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate that little mention of your North London rivals. I hope Jeanette was enjoying that as well as an Arsenal fan. Well done. She's listening.
I've got my ears all over it, Chris, actually. Thanks for coming on.
Excellent stuff. Chris Cowlin, all the best. Enjoy the rest of your tour. That is Chris Cowlin there, host of the YouTube show Spurs Chat podcast and the Tottenham News Channel. It's now 8:18.
In Destination X, 13 players.
So I'm now on my way to the Tottenham Hotspur Open training session. It should be Son Mania.
트로피 들고 계신 분. 자, 이렇게 뭔가 특별한 무언가를 준비해 주시면 더 뽑히기 좋습니다. 이번에 어느 지역으로 갈까요? 자, 목소리 큰 줄. 지금 여기 지금 말이 이게 언제만 한 명은 어린이로 갈게요. 어린이들. 자, 어린이는, 자, 우리 아빠하고 아들만 같이 내려오시면 되겠습니다. 축하합니다. 아빠와 아들 선정하도록 하겠습니다. 메리스 유니폼. 네. 이렇게 세 분 마무리하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 방금 세 분을 포함한 이덴 그린 타워 R2 구역으로 내려와 주시길 부탁드립니다. 으로 지금 바로 이동 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 한 번 더 말씀드리겠습니다. 난간에 서 계시는 분들은 모두 본인의 좌석으로 이동 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 잠시 후 오픈 트레이닝이 끝나고 나면 선수들의 사인을 받을 수 있는 미드앤그린 이벤트가 시작이 됩니다. 자, 오늘 미드앤그린 이벤트에서는 사인은 선수 한 명당 하나씩만 받을 수 있다는 거 양해를 부탁드리겠습니다. 선수 한 명당 사인 한 번만 받을 수 있다는 거 여러분들 뭐 많이 받고 싶겠지만 약속을 좀 지켜주시길 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 오늘 미드앤그린 이벤트에 대해서 한 번 더 설명드리겠습니다. 자, 오늘 미드앤그린 이벤트는 선수 한 명 사진 촬영은 진행되지 않는 걸로 말씀드리겠습니다. 선수 한 명당 사인 한 번 받을 수 있고요. 사진 촬영은 불가하다는 거 말씀드리겠습니다. 자, 사인은 한 선수당 한 개씩만 받을 수 있고요. 사진 촬영은 불가하다는 거. 사인은 유니폼 하나에 한 번씩 받을 수 있고요. 번갈아 가면서 사인이 어렵습니다. 그래서 한 유니폼에만 다 받을 수 있습니다. 한 유니폼이나 뭐 공이나 이렇게 하나만 딱 정해서 거기에만 받을 수 있다는 거. 많은 분들이 다 하기 위함이니까 아시겠지만 양해를 부탁드리겠습니다. 계신 분들 모두 자리에 착석해 주시길 바랍니다. 자, 한 번 더 말씀드립니다. 서 계신 분들 모두 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다. 자, 아직도 서 계신 분들이 계십니다. 여러분, 안전을 위해서, 모두를 위해서, 서로를 위해서 모두 자리에 착석 부탁드립니다. 지금 서 계시면 뒤에 계신 분들은 시야가 방해되거든요. 자, 서 계신 분들 모두 자리에 앉아주세요. 자, 한 번 더 말씀드리겠습니다. 서 계신 분들 본인의 자리로 돌아가서 착석해 주시길 부탁드립니다. 자, 한 번 더 말씀드리겠습니다. 난간에 서 계신 분들 모두 자리로 돌아가서 착석 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 여러분들이 착석할 때까지 계속
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And I will see you tomorrow, which will be game day when Spurs face Newcastle at the World Cup Stadium here in Seoul, South Korea. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.